Nigel Farage is 100% correct. The Conservatives will not win the next general election, even if they strike a deal with Reform UK. He's now gone on record and said that even if a trip or two trips are arranged to Rwanda, this will not save them. He talks about the failure of the Conservative Party to deal with immigration. I think it's much bigger. I think the failure of the Conservative Party is about honesty and is about integrity. And the obsession with immigration is a distraction from that. He was talking to Jacob Rees-Mogg after Mogg had suggested that the Conservatives should do a deal with Farage in order to win. And he should give that Rishi Sunak should give character selection to senior members of the Reform Party, such as Ben Habib, Richard Tice, and the one and only Nigel Farage. But the Conservatives have poured cold water on that, and Farage said that it seemed ridiculous to him that he was not in the same party as Rees-Mogg, as they think alike on many, many issues. But, he says, fundamentally, we're patriotic, we believe in borders, we believe in sovereignty, we believe in the man and woman being given half a chance to go out and create businesses and do their own thing. So we're at one in this. The problem here is twofold. Firstly, I think you underestimate the level of contempt that's felt in the Conservative that's felt for the Conservative Party, especially since 2019. It's a sense of betrayal, and the big one is immigration. The numbers are stunning. And I think that Brexit voters, and particularly the UKIP-type Brexit voters who for the first time in their lives voted Conservative in 2019, they feel an absolute sense of betrayal. That's the first problem that makes any pact of any kind unlikely to win. If it was possible, it might mitigate the level of disaster. He also says that Jacob is outnumbered among Conservative MPs, saying, I can sit and chat with you about these things, and I've got other friends on your wing of the Conservative Party who we campaigned with whom we campaigned on Brexit and everything else. You are, Jacob, not amongst the members, not amongst the voters, but within a parliamentary party. You're outnumbered 3 or 4 to 1. You do not represent the centre of gravity of the Conservative parliamentary party. I think he's wrong. I think the right wing of the Conservative Party has dictated policy for the last 6 years and continues to do so and is poised to take over the Conservative Party. I think he's absolutely mistaken, and that is why the Conservative Party will lose. It won't lose because it stands no chance of getting Nigel Farage. It loses because it's too close to Nigel Farage, because it's perceived as too obsessed with these distractions like immigration. Immigration is a distraction. The only way to solve the immigration problem, which is a problem, although it's used as a distraction, the only way to solve the immigration problem, and it's a problem partly because we are losing so many of our own people through a brain drain. We're losing more in the brain drain than we are getting in immigration. The only way to solve the problem is to sort out the definition of a refugee and to find ways to keep people of quality in our country, particularly for the NHS and for running our services. Our services are being run by twits who don't know what they're doing and then who take on airs of authority when they are questioned. You only have to talk to a bank or to an authority on the telephone to know exactly what I'm talking about. All these security checks mask incompetence. And they are designed simply as a way to change the context of the conversation so that you, the person calling up with a complaint or with a concern, are suddenly genuflecting towards the twit on the other end of the telephone who hardly knows what he or she is talking about. That is the problem. Until we change that, our country is in decline. And I don't think Nigel Farage is in a position to offer any advice or any security or any hope.